We are taught to look busy. The standard human life cycle dictates that you go to school, study hard, get a job, save up for retirement, and then wait until you die. For many people sitting in these very cubicles, that arrangement functions as a prison sentence, sustained by a fear of what happens if they try to leave. When we feel stuck, we try to optimize our schedules, but efficiency often means doing useless things faster. Effectiveness focuses on producing only what actually matters. Grinding through a 15-hour workday suggests a systemic failure rather than professional success. Tim Ferriss calls it the 4-hour workweek. The objective is to remove yourself from unnecessary work. Ferriss reached a personal breaking point when his financially rewarding business demanded 15 hours of daily input. He wanted to take a year-long European vacation, but the logistical fear of his business collapsing kept him immobile. To move past that fear, he defined the absolute worst-case scenarios on paper. By mapping out every potential disaster and its corresponding survival strategy, he realized the risks were entirely solvable. He took the trip and found that his business thrived while he was away. A rich lifestyle requires treating fear as a logistical problem to be solved. To solve the fear of a business collapsing without you, identify which parts are vital. The 80-20 law provides this diagnostic. 20% of activities account for 80% of results. Audit your schedule. Identify the 80% yielding 0 results and stop doing them. Once you strip away the waste, you run into Parkinson's law. This principle dictates that a task expands in complexity to fill whatever time you assign it. Setting artificially tight deadlines forces you to focus only on the required output. Productivity is an act of aggressive subtraction. You eliminate what does not matter to create focus on the vital few tasks that do. The people who pull this off are known as the new rich. They prioritize time and mobility over a specific net worth, and they do so by delegating their remaining tasks. They hire remote virtual assistants from overseas to handle administrative work. Because of the time difference, these systems continue to process tasks while you sleep. Detaching your time from your income requires an automated revenue engine. You find a niche you know intimately, solve a specific problem, and use private labeling or information products to minimize your daily involvement. Employees can test this exit strategy by calling in sick for 2 days and over-delivering. That performance data provides the leverage needed to negotiate permanent remote conditions. Automation and remote work provide the mechanical leverage required to physically reclaim your time. Employment serves as a financial utility meant to fund your life today. It is a tool for living rather than the ultimate goal of your existence. That is the core argument of the 4-hour workweek. You implement this shift through baby steps. Test one outsourced task, negotiate one remote day, and celebrate these small milestones rather than waiting 40 years for retirement. The deferred life plan stops being your only option once you have the mechanical systems in place to fund your life right now. There's a free resource called the D.E.A.L automation checklist. This diagram outlines the 4 steps you need: define, eliminate, automate, and liberate. However, skipping step 1 is why people fail. Without defining exactly what you want your life to look like, the rest of the framework has nothing to support. Click the link in the description to download the checklist. If you close this video and return to your inbox, you are choosing the prison.